Essay 500. What is the name of Essay 500? 500 is audit evidence. And is this general audit evidence or is it specific audit evidence? This entire standard is dealing with general or specific. This particular essay is general evidence. Okay. Remaining standards in 500 is specific evidence. Now, first part, what is audit evidence? See, I don't know whether you guys understand this. I can easily give you a PDF or I can easily take out a PDF. I can underline, I can highlight and go. But what I feel is highlighting means you guys will just read. Okay. So here what I will do is I will put dash. When I put dash, you guys are thinking inside the mind. നിങ്ങൾ indirectly ഓർക്കത്തില്ലേ, you guys are just thinking no. So if possible, when I ask you, you can just reply with the words in this dash. So first part, come on. What is audit evidence? Audit evidence is the dash used by the what? It is the information used by the information used by the auditor. Why? To form a conclusion on which what is based, on which opinion is based. This audit evidence will include two things: journal, ledger, voucher. It will include what? Accounting records. Okay. Not only journal, ledger, etc. It will also include minutes book, confirmation, all those. So it will also include the other information. Okay. So that is the first part. What is audit evidence? Now, objective. And our objective from inter first class, you have been hearing this, to obtain sufficient and appropriate audit evidence. Sufficiency refers to quantity. Sufficient. Appropriateness refers to quality. And a sufficiency is depending upon three factors. What is the quantity of evidence? Etra collect cheyanam, evlo, how much to collect? It depends upon three factors. First, size of the population. Size of the population essay. Size of the population essay 530. Very good. Next one, Romum. Come on, risk of material misstatement, essay 315. Materiality. More item material, more quantity evidence. Materiality, essay 320. So, quantity, sufficiency depends upon these three factors. Now, appropriateness. Guys, appropriateness means quality. It depends upon RR. What is RR? Relevance. And one more, reliability. More relevant, more reliable evidence, more is the appropriateness. Audit evidence is dash in nature. Audit evidence collected is dash in nature. What? Cumulative. Why? Cumulative means, say for example, for an item, you collect more than one evidence. For a debtor, you see sales invoice, you obtain confirmation, you check subsequent realization also. One evidence on top of another. Are we clear with what is audit evidence and objective of Essay 500? Okay. And I will pause after each page for 2 to 3 minutes. Only 2 minutes. So can we go to the next? Now, what are the different techniques of collection of evidence? How do you collect the evidence? Makla, what are the various techniques? Techniques. First, you go and ask the knowledgeable person. Chodikya. Ask. You call it as inquiry. And now you go and see. See. Looking at the process. Observation. Now books, records, it is inspection. Now you ask the evidence from confirming party, external party. You call it as external confirmation, depreciation, provision. All these things we will, arithmetical accuracy, we will recalculate. We can perform independently ourselves. Namakku cheyam, namakku pannalam, we can do. You call it as re-performance. And finally, comparison. Comparison in auditing language, you call it as analytical procedure. Just can I link it? All those things, techniques, these techniques are there even in SRS. SRS, when we revise later, you will hear all these techniques. Analytical procedure, essay. 520. External confirmation. Okay, 5, not 5. So these are the collection of evidence, like what are the technique you use. Okay, I will just pause for methods. Methods I will come back in the end. Let it take rest. We will come back in the end. Let this much is clear. Can we proceed? Okay. And in this essay, we will be using the work of which expert? Auditor's expert or management expert? Very good. Here we will be using the work of management expert. Maklai, auditor's expert. Auditor's expert. It is essay 620. Auditor's expert is 620. Why management expert is part of 500? A management expert, actuary, lawyer, valuer, you use to obtain evidence. So can we use the work of management expert? Yes, provided we will be held dash responsible. Provided we will be held solely responsible. Meaning, we didn't know. You cannot relieve from your responsibility. You can't relieve. You can't escape. So before using the work of management expert, there are 3 factors which you have to see. And all the 3 I can't write. I will just say 3 main factors you have to see. First, professional competence, capability, objectivity. Then you should obtain a understanding. Obtain an understanding. Then you will check whether work of the expert is appropriate. Meaning you will even see whether his work is, accurate. For that, you will check the source of the expert from where. You will check the assumption made by the expert and you will even verify the conclusion. And now, okay. You won't go in detail and check all these things, but you will have an understanding of all those. For this, For doing this, you will read the books published by expert, read the books published by expert. You will talk with the management. You will talk with similar expert. You will see experience of expert, etc. At an exam hall, they won't say expert. So whenever you see lawyer, actuary, valuer, you have to think of expert. And 500 will apply only if it is management expert. Makla, are we clear with this? And whenever there is an inconsistencies in evidences obtained, even practically in audit we do, inconsistencies in inconsistencies in evidences obtained. At one place says evidences 10 lakh, another place it says 8 lakh, or there are doubts on reliability of evidences. What you guys will do, you will perform further audit procedure, at a short form, further audit procedure, FAP, or you will do AP. AP means additional audit procedures, further or additional. Why? To obtain corroborative evidence. Corroborative means supporting audit evidence. This is competence, capability, objectivity of expert. Can we go to the last part? Come on. Can we go to the last part? Last part. Come on. Reliability. Which evidence is more reliable? Rules on reliability. Evidence obtained from independent sources, meaning external. Okay. Now, obtained by auditor directly by auditor in what form? Documentary form, supported by original documents. But if internal controls are effective, very well you can rely on which evidence? Internal evidence. So, only one more thing I have to explain it here. Explain Allah, we have to revise. With that, I will give you rest of 2 minutes. SA 500 is done. And what is the last thing which is pending? What are the procedure or what are the methods of obtaining evidence? So, can we go to the last part? Then I will give you 2 minutes off. Procedures or methods, Pulare. Now, what are the procedures or methods? Very famous, Pulare. Come on. First procedure is risk assessment procedure. I'm writing as RAP. From risk assessment procedure, auditor will identify and assess risk of material misstatement. Which essay came to your mind? Very good, 315. Now, from risk assessment procedure, which procedure you will go? Further audit procedure, FAP. Which essay? 330. Why do you perform FAP? Endina FAP? Why? Why do you perform FAP? To reduce risk to an acceptable level. Okay. Now in further procedure, you will do first test of control, or you call it as compliance test, right? Okay, TOC. From TOC, what you will get, Pillare? From test of control, what you will get? You will get the very good deviations in deficiency, deviations in control, deficiencies in control. There are deficiencies in internal control. Any other essay came to your mind? Not 450. 450 is misstatement. 265. Letter of weakness, LOW. Now, after test of control, which is the other procedure, Makle, after test of control, which is the next procedure which we perform? SAP. SAP means substantive audit procedures. Substantive meaning is detailed. Now, in substantive procedure, Pillare, we perform two. Test of details. TOD is test of details. Test of details is why performed. Why? Endina? Material misstatement. Now, in test of details, two things. Test of transactions and test of balances. Transactions means P&L, balances means balance sheet. Compare, please. Compare substantive analytical procedure. So that route will go to essay 520. So that's it. With that, essay 500 is done.